Who are you and what does your company do?
I'm Ashley, and I'm the senior recruiter here at Sonic. And Sonic is an internet service provider. So we provide our fiber optic internet to folks throughout California. We'll be eventually out of state. Uh, Internet is what we do and what we
Yeah.
focus on.
Yeah, you guys crush it too. Awesome service in California. So, and I think it's been a couple of years we've been working together because you just signed or are about to sign your kind of fourth re-sign with us. But so let's focus on, I'm not sure if you can answer this question well, like what you were doing, prior to 2 years ago, but do you know what recruiting and building the sales team like was work before working with us?
So for the company, yeah, it was pretty slow going.
Mhm.
It was a lot smaller of a headcount need.
Mhm.
As we pushed more and more locations with our internet, whatever they were doing out there in the field, talking to new customers, it was working. That's when those numbers really started to get hefty, and that's when we reached out to you guys.
Yeah, awesome. And so, yeah, what has, recruiting been like working with us? Like, what have been the results? Let's focus on 2023 this year. Like, what
Yeah,
has it been like for you guys?
Things have been great. I mean, obviously, I've worked with you guys, and we've had some months where we were maybe in between contracts, and we've just utilized our own resources. And to be honest, it's too much to juggle when we're doing it on our own.
Yeah,
Working with you guys has just made kind of an ease of organization, really getting folks from their application into our info meetings, so we can kind of tell them about the role and hopefully push them to a one-on-one interview with our managers and get them hired.
yeah.
I did pull some stats about like how many folks we did hire. It looked like about 79 total hires were from 2023 in between February and November. And all these, maybe with the exception of a couple, were all from SRU. So that's
Awesome.
really exciting to see. Yeah, I pulled most of them out if they weren't SRU. Unfortunately, I think the success rate was about 33%. 33% of all those folks we actually have kept and retained.
Mhm.
But to be honest, that number is great. We wouldn't have gotten to that total 79 amount of hires in that
Yeah,
time, that's for sure. So
yeah,
the
yeah.
numbers are fine with me.
Yeah, 1 out of 3 for direct sales, self-gen
Mhm.
opportunities. So you guys are doing great. So I imagine onboarding and training and management is really good. So about 80 recruits over 8 months ish
Mhm.
this year. Retained, you said something like 25-ish or something like that. What was the number?
We retained about 26 of them out of the
26?
79. Yeah, we see some turnover, but to be
Yeah.
honest, the volume we were able to get by using you guys was, great.
What would you say has exceeded your expectations working with SRU?
I would say, again, the amount of folks we're able to touch. There's obviously your guys's ads you run. We run our own, and just
Mhm.
from all those applications, just being able to easily funnel them all into our Zoom calls, our info calls, get them to interviews. That's really exceeded our expectations. Again, I've done it without SRU, and it's really it's really hard to juggle. Getting all those folks in, sending reminders, sending the correct meeting links. It's not ideal. So that's
Yeah.
been great.
Yeah. You got plenty of other stuff on your plate.
True.
Yeah. What would you say to a company considering to work with us?
Yeah. I think obviously giving you guys a shot is great. You guys are really flexible, which is helpful. With contracts, we'll sign a contract and we've got plenty of time to utilize those months, pause things if we need. I like that flexibility.
Yeah.
The reps, and obviously with you and the other folks I've spoken to, you guys are really helpful. You have those training courses, which are neat that you offer for folks doing interviews. Our client success manager is always, she responds within like an hour usually to me if I have a question or if we need to move meetings around. It's, she's able to contact those folks signed up, those applicants, and move things around. So I mean, if companies are looking for just to offload some of the just the nitty gritty, it's
Yeah.
ideal.
Awesome. Well, Ashley, that's it. Thank you so much for your time today. And yeah, we'll call it there. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you.